If you want to know why cortisol makes you sick, then this is the video for you. Make sure to subscribe so that I can help you get your hormones in harmony and optimize your health. And don't forget to click the bell so you'll be the first to know when my new videos come out. Welcome back to the Hormone Healing Show. Today, I'm going to show you all about your cortisol and why it may make you feel sick and what you can do about it. First of all, let's talk about what cortisol is supposed to look like. Cortisol is produced by your adrenal glands. They're right on top of your kidneys. And it is the fight or flight hormone after your adrenal glands produce adrenaline. Cortisol's job is to release sugar to fuel the fight or flight. We've talked about this before in other videos about the adrenals. The thing about cortisol, it has a natural circadian or day-night cycle. It should look like this, where the cortisol is high in the morning, has a little dip in the afternoon, another little bump here after your siesta, and then it falls down at night. That is the normal cortisol production. If by chance you have a backwards cortisol production, what's called a dyscircadian cortisol, you tend to have high levels in the morning, really high when you wake up. It kind of bottoms out all day long and then it's high at night again. Your cortisol should be the highest between 8 and 2 in the afternoon, then it kind of slumps a little bit. It should be the lowest at night. So when your cortisol's high at night, you're not sleeping really well. You're waking up feeling anxious. You got the monkey mind going on. And when it's high in the morning time, what'll happen is you're gonna feel like you have this acidy stomach. It's the same thing that happens when you get really stressed out and you feel like you just can't eat really well, or your stomach's kind of upset. That's because of all the stomach acid being produced by the stress hormone cortisol. Cortisol is going to make you feel that way in the morning, kind of sick to your stomach and kind of anxious, so it's a nervous sickness. So what are you going to do about that? Well, number one, you got to calm your nighttime cortisol. You got to calm down this level. This is not correct. It should be low at night. So how do you do that? Well, the first thing that you can do is make sure that you sleep in the complete dark. Any light at all is going to stimulate cortisol production. Make sure that your room is nice and cool, anywhere between about 65 and 70 degrees. Anything over 70 degrees is too hot and it'll wake you up and you'll get a cortisol reaction. You want to make as much melatonin as possible. Try to maybe meditate before you go to bed, some deep breathing exercises to reduce that cortisol. You want to really try and work on bringing the cortisol level down. You can also use certain supplements like ashwagandha that actually has an adaptogenic effect, bringing nighttime cortisol down and daytime cortisol up. So it's a good thing to use at night. Another thing that's really helpful is just a little magnesium. It has a calming effect and that will help to reduce your cortisol. Number two, retrain your daytime cortisol. You want normal daytime cortisol. Otherwise, if it's too low during the day, you're just kind of pooped out. You have no energy. You feel fatigued and exhausted all day. You have no get up and go. So you want high daytime cortisol and low nighttime cortisol. So you've got to retrain that daytime cortisol. The first thing that should happen when you wake up with the normal low that's going to actually rise up by 8 o'clock in the morning is you should wake up with a low blood sugar and be hungry, okay? That low blood sugar stimulates your hypothalamus to tell your adrenals, make some cortisol, come on, I need some sugar here. Remember, cortisol releases sugar from your storage. So if you wake up hungry, that's kind of a good sign that your blood sugar is low enough and your cortisol is going to start to flux up. Okay, so you don't want to be eating too late at night. You want to make sure that you wake up with a little bit hungry so that your cortisol can start fluxing up. Make sure you eat breakfast right afterwards. As soon as you break your fast, that helps to stimulate cortisol production. Eat regularly during the day, and also make sure you exercise early in the morning because that helps to boost your cortisol production. Another thing that I use in my patients is an adrenal cortisol extract that's homeopathic. It comes from the adrenal cortex of animals, usually lambs, and it's used as a homeopathic. It's in a drop form that if you take it in the morning can help to re-trigger your adrenal cortex to release some cortisol. If my patients are really slumping in the afternoon and they just can't get their stuff done, then they might take a little bit more of this adrenal cortex extract. in the afternoon. But never, never, never after dark, because we don't want a cortisol flux at night. So we're retraining that daytime cortisol. Number 3, you want to reprogram your hypothalamic-pituitary-adrenal axis. Remember, the hypothalamus is the maestro of all your hormones. It tells the pituitary gland, which is the middle manager, what to do. In the case of the adrenals, the hypothalamus produces that big hormone, pro-opiomelanocortin, which then becomes cortico-releasing factor, which then tells the pituitary gland to release ACTH, which tells the adrenals to release cortisol. It's a negative feedback system, so that if the cortisol levels are low, your ACTH levels are high, and vice versa. So what you want to do is retrain that HPA axis. Calming the nighttime cortisol, retraining your daytime cortisol is part of it. But if you don't support your hypothalamus through this process, you're going to keep yo-yoing back with this adrenal dysfunction and cortisol all over the place, making you sick. Balance out your hypothalamus, support it with Genesis Gold, and that will allow your body to start to get into balance and your cortisol levels to stay nice and even. Now that you know what you need to do to get your cortisol back in balance, it's not easy if the rest of your hormones are out of balance. That's why I created the Hormone Reboot Training, for you to discover how to get your hormones balanced naturally. It's free. Just click the link in the description below this video. So what's one hormone healing tip you might try this week? Leave your answer in the comments section below, and make sure you sign up for my Hormone Reboot Training. If this video was helpful, be sure to subscribe, share with your friends, and hit the like button so I know to make more videos like this. Thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you in the next one.